Good morning and welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. So we need to get some wood for the boiler. We're going to bring it over with the tractor. Let's see what else we can get into today. So hey guys, I hope everybody has been great. Today we're going to just move a little bit of wood over using the New Holland tractor. I got to get my trailers moved out of the way real quick, and Mr. Garrett Camps from Camps Corners made me this fancy little attachment to hook up to my neighbor's tractor. And I got some ash over here that is less than desirable, and I had stacked this stuff for myself anyway. But we're gonna get this moved over, and I'm gonna see if I can get that moved over as well. And I figured, why not? Let's use the tractor instead of loading the dump trailer up. So I was a tad bit worried that this tractor wouldn't be able to move my trailer because my trailer is 6,300 pounds dry, but it had no problem at all. So now we're going to start loading this face cord of ash up, throw it in the bucket, and take it over to the boiler pad. I'm probably pressing my luck stacking it like this, but let's see if we can make it over. All right, well, man down. I'm gonna have to figure out where the four-wheel drive is on this thing, if it even has four-wheel drive, because I'm stuck. I was trying to do this while the ground was still frozen. The ground's not frozen, so we're going to abandon this idea for today so I don't trash the yard, and we're gonna go play with some wood. All right, so I had to call Little Man to figure out where the four-wheel drive was on this thing. I sunk a little bit here. Nice little hole. I have to get a scoop of dirt and just fill that up before it rains for the next 2 days, so I don't have a mud pit. Yeah, it looks hard enough over here where I can at least get this one stacked up and covered up, but we're gonna postpone this until it freezes again. I cannot wait until I get concrete over here. Having mud in my backyard and walking out in the mud to feed the boiler has been very troubling, and man, Taryn doesn't want to walk out here in the mud, and I don't blame her. I got a little bit of wood over here. I still have 1, 2, 2.5 cords, a little over 2 3/4 cords over there. But I'm just gonna keep turfing up my yard and making holes if I keep driving through here. So come on springtime, I need some no rain and solid ground for a little bit. So we're gonna go across the street, and I'll probably get my trailer and set up the conveyor and all that good stuff and see if I can split some wood. Can't do anything else. So we had to change gears a little bit. Way too muddy at my house, and over here I'm on a little bit of stone. But as you can see, the last video I left off, I was gonna go get some of that wood from Jake's other property where he's building his building. So I was only able to get 2 loads out of there, and I did pay the guy a couple bucks to load me up with the excavator, which was really nice. I didn't have to do that by hand. I'm getting to the point now where I will just buy logs. I'm not gonna go out to anybody's property and just cut wood and then hand load my trailer. So, you know, once I get the remodeling done at my house, hopefully we can get a piece of machinery of our own, whether it be a mini skid or a mini excavator. You know, Dude Ranch DIY, they have the best setup ever, a Mini X and a mini skid. Same thing with Jenin from 765 guys. I really like that setup, and they are both light enough that you could put them on a trailer and haul them both to a job. And then, you know, have both pieces of equipment if you're doing a little bit of work with them. So I don't know, those are, you know, that's what my thoughts are. I don't really have the need for a tractor. Tractor's too big of a footprint for what I'm looking for. So I am going to get the conveyor moved. I'm gonna set the conveyor up over here to where I'm dumping into this pile, and then I'm gonna start splitting this stuff I'm going to save some of the cherry that I've already split. I'm going to throw it over here with the cherry that needs to be split, because my yard's too muddy to get anything in there. I'm going to have to wait a couple days to fill my trailer up. But I've got plenty of wood to split of the neighbors. I don't mind splitting his wood because I get to use all this stuff that he's got. And I get to keep the mess over here. So we're going to go through and hook the Eastonmade up. I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm going to flip the receiver around to the back side, and then I will push it into place from the back of the machine. I'll show you. So now that we got this pulled out, there's a receiver on the back of this. That way I can push it into the conveyor. Check it out. This is also here, so if you don't have a conveyor, as you're splitting wood, you can pull your machine away from the wood pile. Pretty cool. Now that we're in place, I can go ahead and run an extension cord to the conveyor, get her fired up, and I'm going to start piling over here. And it's not exactly in the pile where they wanted it, but we have equipment. We'll push this pile into a bigger pile if we have to. At least it's set up to where I don't have to throw stuff or stop every few minutes and load the machine. I can just keep feeding this thing and pushing it with the 6-way. Well, I was getting a little crazy over here, and I blew my chain. Now, this is the first time I've actually pushed this thing all the way up and tried to run it like a real production conveyor. I guess I should have known better, but in Jack fashion, go big or go home. So now I got to repair this thing. I actually need to tear this conveyor apart. The adjustment knobs up on the top, they were rusted out, and all it is a simple piece of like all thread or coil rod with some nuts on it that you can adjust. I just need to burn those off or cut those off and re-weld some new ones on there, and then attach some studs on there where that plate goes in and out, because there's a couple of those studs that are broke. When Brad fixed this, he knew that was a problem, but he got this thing rocking and rolling to where it would work for him. And then he had plans to fix the top part of this, but he just never got to it because he got the Eastonmade one. Maybe one day I will get an Eastonmade one. But this is what I got done, guys. It's just been a day of failure. So wish me luck. Today's actually Valentine's Day. I hope all you men and women, boys and girls, everybody out there in the world had an awesome Valentine's Day. But I'm gonna go fix this thing. I'll probably record some of my repairs because I might do this the right way and just haul this down to my father-in-law's where he's got a welder and fix it. I don't know. But that's all I got. I'm frustrated. Have a good day, everybody. Take care of each other. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, well, my day turned out to be a little bit better than it started. I did get the conveyor fixed. I did not record any of it, but we got a bunch of this crap split. Again, this is the neighbor's wood, but James actually came out and gave me a hand doing some of this. Actually, he gave me a hand doing all of it. He was digging out of this pile over here, and there was a ton of wood just buried in the mess here. And they're splitting this up for themselves for their heat. And I haven't started splitting for mine yet because my front yard is just disgusting right now. And I actually want to take it and stack this stuff over at my house. So there's a good bit of wood here to keep playing with. It's going to rain for the next 2 days, which sucks because I'm off for the next 3 days. Otherwise, another good day, I think I could have, you know, at least this all the way here taken care of, and we don't have to be worrying about my stuff. It is what it is. But yeah, just figured I'd come back. So I had to take the paddle off of the machine here and one of the links. So I was able to break the chain tensioner up here loose, which I was surprised, like the studs on this thing actually came loose. I don't know, I'll have to zoom in while I'm editing, but you can kind of see where the paint was. I had to move the thing down, you know, probably almost 2 inches. But, oh man, I'm gonna fall. The tensioner on the other side is actually busted, like the weld broke. And then the tensioner on this side is stripped out. The threading of it is just completely rusted. So it has no like movement for me to tighten this chain. It worked today, but I still might take this thing down to the in-laws where he's got a welder, and just all I need to do is get a piece of all thread and some new nuts, cut it off, tack the new one on, you know, do a good weld on there. Wouldn't be that hard. It's something that I'm capable of doing. I mean, I'm not the best welder, but I can make something stick, at least to, you know, hold a couple bolts. But all right, now that's all I have for you today, guys. Take care of each other. I'm glad I got some wood split. Go split some wood yourself. You'll feel a lot better, I promise. See you next time.